Hi, I'm Luca. For 8 years, I worked at my father-in-law Frank's construction company while building a life with my wife, Vanessa. I thought we had it all figured out. A nice house in the suburbs, weekend barbecues with friends, and plans to start a family. That was until last Tuesday when everything fell apart. Hey, honey, I'm heading out, I called to Vanessa as I grabbed my lunch from the counter. Dad wants me at the Westridge site early today. Vanessa appeared from the bedroom, her dark hair pulled back in a messy bun. She barely looked at me, scrolling through her phone. Don't forget we have dinner with my parents tonight. How could I forget? Your dad's been talking about this important announcement all week, I said, planting a quick kiss on her cheek. She turned slightly, and I caught only the corner of her mouth, something I should have paid more attention to. Just don't be late, okay? Her voice had a strange edge to it. When am I ever late to your parents' place? Your dad would have my head, I laughed, grabbing my keys. Vanessa didn't laugh back. Yeah, see you tonight. The job site was buzzing when I arrived. My buddy Marco waved me over, his weathered face creased with concern. Dude, where have you been? Frank's been storming around looking for you, Marco said, his voice dropping to a whisper. Looking for me? I'm right on time, I checked my watch, confused. Marco shifted from one foot to another. Look, man, something's up. He's got his lawyer here. His lawyer? What for? Before Marco could answer, Frank's booming voice cut through the site noise. Luca, my office now! Frank's office was a modified shipping container with a desk and 2 chairs. Today, a thin man in an expensive suit occupied one of them. Sit down, Frank commanded, not making eye contact. His normally ruddy face looked almost purple, his thick gray eyebrows drawn together. What's going on, Frank? Is everything okay? Frank slid a folder across the desk. You tell me. I opened it to find printouts of company accounts with several transactions highlighted. I don't understand. Don't play dumb with me, boy, Frank spat, his Boston accent thickening with anger. $50,000, Luca, missing from the company accounts you have access to. My stomach dropped. What? That's impossible. We have the transactions, Mr. Moretti. The lawyer interjected, his voice thin and precise. All linked to your access credentials. There has to be some mistake, I insisted, my heart hammering. I would never steal from the company, from family. Frank slammed his fist on the desk. Family? Is that what you call it when you steal from me? When you take advantage of my trust? Frank, please, I didn't do this. Someone must have used my login or save it. Frank cut me off. You're fired. I want you off this site in 5 minutes. And be grateful I'm not calling the police right now. The lawyer cleared his throat. However, should you contest this termination or speak about this matter to anyone, Mr. Donovan will pursue full legal action. I looked between them, stunned. Can I at least talk to Vanessa about this? A strange look passed over Frank's face, almost like satisfaction. Oh, I'm sure Vanessa will have plenty to say to you tonight. When I arrived at our house, Vanessa's car wasn't in the driveway. I called her repeatedly, but she didn't answer. Finally, around 6 p.m., my phone buzzed with a text from her. Don't come to dinner. Dad told me everything. I'm staying with my parents. I'll send someone for my things. I was still staring at my phone when it rang. My friend Olivia, who worked in HR at Frank's company. Luca, are you okay? I just heard what happened. Her voice was hushed, concerned. Olivia, how did you... Everyone's talking about it. Frank made a big announcement after you left. I didn't do it, Liv. I swear I didn't take that money. There was a pause. I believe you, and there's something else you should know. What? I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but Vanessa's been coming to the office a lot lately, always going into closed-door meetings with her dad and Jason. Jason? From accounting? Yeah. And today, right after you were fired, I saw them all celebrating in Frank's office. Vanessa was there too. My blood ran cold. What are you saying, Liv? I'm saying something's not right, Luca. This feels planned. And there's a rumor. Vanessa and Jason have been seeing each other for months. The pieces started falling into place, each one hitting like a hammer blow. So, my wife and her lover framed me for embezzlement with her father's help. I don't know for sure, but Luca, what are you going to do? I took a deep breath, anger crystallizing into resolve. Whatever it takes to expose them. All of them. The next morning, I met Olivia at a coffee shop across town. Her curly red hair was pulled back tightly, and she nervously adjusted her glasses as I approached. I can't stay long, she said quickly. If Frank finds out I'm helping you, I appreciate the risk you're taking, I said, sliding into the booth. Tell me everything you know. Olivia pulled out her tablet. So I did some digging. The transactions supposedly made by you? They all happened when you were verifiably on job sites. There's one from when you were at the hospital with Marco after his accident. Can you get me those records? Already did. She slid a USB drive across the table. Time logs, security footage, access times, everything. I pocketed the drive. What about Jason and Vanessa? Olivia bit her lip. They weren't exactly discreet. Jason's been bragging to the guys in accounting about dating the boss's daughter for at least 6 months. 6 months? The betrayal stung fresh. And Frank? Frank's company isn't doing as well as everyone thinks. I've heard rumors about cash flow problems, loans coming due. The $50,000 they're accusing you of taking, it would barely make a dent. I leaned back, processing. So what's their game? Why frame me? I think, Olivia started, then stopped as my phone rang. It was Marco. Luca, man, you need to get down to the grill. Your brother-in-law Michael is here shooting his mouth off about you. Michael's involved too? I don't know, but he's telling everyone you stole from the family business. It's getting ugly. I'll be right there. The grill was packed with the usual Friday lunch crowd, including several of my former co-workers. Michael, Vanessa's younger brother, was holding court at the bar. Well, he drawled when he saw me, his words slightly slurred. If it isn't the family thief. We need to talk, Michael, privately. I got nothing to say to you that I can't say right here. He gestured broadly, spilling his drink. This man stole from my father, from our family business. I kept my voice level. You know that's not true, Michael. Oh yeah? Then why'd you do it, huh? Was it worth it? Was it worth losing everything? Marco stepped between us. Back off, Michael. You don't know what you're talking about. Michael laughed, a harsh sound. I know exactly what I'm talking about. My sister finally wised up and left his sorry. Your sister has been cheating on me with Jason from accounting. I cut in, my voice carrying. The bar went quiet. And I think you know that. Michael's face flushed. You're lying. Am I? Then why was she celebrating with Jason right after I got fired? Why has she been having meetings with him for months? You don't know anything, Michael hissed, but I could see the confirmation in his eyes. I know enough, and I'm going to know a lot more very soon. A familiar voice came from behind me. Is that a threat, Luca? I turned to find Detective Samantha Rivera, an old friend from high school. She was off duty, judging by her casual clothes. Sam, no, not a threat, just a promise to uncover the truth. Michael scoffed. The truth is you're a thief who got caught. Careful, Michael, Sam warned. That's potentially defamatory if he hasn't been charged with anything. Michael glared at her. Stay out of this, Sam. It's a family matter. Actually, I said slowly, I'd like to talk to you, Sam. Officially. You want to file a report? I nodded. Fraud, defamation, and conspiracy for starters. Michael's face went pale. You wouldn't dare. Watch me, I said, turning away. Sam, can we talk somewhere more private? As we walked to a corner booth, Marco called out, You want me to get the security footage from here too, for when he was making those accusations? That would be perfect, I replied, feeling the first spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, I could fight back. After 2 weeks of gathering evidence, I stood outside Frank's office with Detective Rivera and my lawyer, Patricia Chen. Ready? Sam asked, badge in hand. Let's do this, I replied, squaring my shoulders. We entered without knocking. Frank, Vanessa, and Jason were having lunch, their faces freezing in shock when they saw us. What the hell? Frank demanded, half rising. Franklin Donovan, Sam stated formally. We're here regarding allegations of fraud and conspiracy. Frank's face reddened. This is a private business. You can't barge in here. Actually, we can, Patricia countered. I'm representing Mr. Moretti. We have evidence of systematic fraud against my client. Luca, Vanessa whispered. What are you doing? I met her eyes coldly. Getting justice. Patricia placed a folder on the desk. These are copies of evidence submitted to the DA. Financial records proving the embezzlement occurred when Mr. Sam replied. Frank turned on Jason. You idiot, you texted about this? I didn't think. Clearly, Patricia interrupted. We also have evidence of your knowledge and participation, Mr. Donovan. Vanessa found her voice. Luca, please, we need to talk about this privately. Like adults? I laughed bitterly. Was it adult to cheat for 6 months? To frame me for theft? I'm sorry, she said, tears forming. I made a terrible mistake. We can work through this. No, we can't. The divorce papers are already filed. Divorce? She looked genuinely shocked. But we can fix this. I'll end things with Jason. There's nothing to fix. You all conspired to frame me for a crime I didn't commit. It wasn't supposed to go this far, she pleaded. Dad just wanted you gone. The embezzlement was Jason's idea. Jason jerked upright. Don't blame me. It was your idea to use his login. Shut up, both of you, Frank shouted, then lunged across the desk at me. You ungrateful. Officer Jenkins restrained him immediately. Sir, I need you to calm down. Don't touch me. Do you know who I am? Yes, Sam replied evenly. And soon everyone will know exactly what kind of man you really are. 4 months later, I watched as the judge delivered the verdicts. Frank, Vanessa, and Jason all stood silently as their fates were announced. The court finds the defendants guilty on all counts, the judge declared. Marco squeezed my shoulder. Justice served. After the sentencing, jail time for Frank and Jason, probation for Vanessa, Olivia hugged me outside the courtroom. How does it feel? She asked. Like I can finally breathe again, I replied. Patricia approached with a smile. The civil settlement came through. They're paying back everything plus damages. And the company? Marco asked. Under new management. Frank's out permanently. I spotted Vanessa walking toward us, looking thinner and subdued. Can we talk? She asked quietly. When we were alone, she spoke first. I wanted to apologize. What we did was unforgivable. Yes, it was. I know you hate me. I don't hate you, I interrupted. That would require emotional investment I'm no longer willing to make. Her eyes filled with tears. I've lost everything, my husband, my reputation, even Jason blamed me in the end. What do you want from me, Vanessa? A second chance, forgiveness? She reached for my hand. I stepped back. No, neither is possible. We were married for 8 years, Luca. Doesn't that mean anything? It meant everything to me. That's why your betrayal hurt so badly. Will you ever forgive me? I've moved on, I said firmly. That's not the same as forgiveness. We have no future together, not even as friends. She nodded slowly. What will you do now? I'm starting my own construction company with Marco and Olivia. You always were good at building things, she said sadly. I just wish I hadn't torn everything down. Later that evening, we gathered at Marco's place to celebrate. Sam raised her glass. To justice served. And to new beginnings, Olivia added with a warm smile. Marco grinned. To Moretti Construction. We're going to build it bigger and better than old Frank ever did. I looked around at these people who had stood by me when no one else did. The pain wasn't gone, but something stronger was taking its place. To the future, I said, raising my glass, and to learning who your real family is. As night fell, I stepped onto Marco's porch. My phone buzzed with a text from Patricia. Divorce officially complete. I took a deep breath of the cool air, feeling like I could finally exhale after months of holding my breath. The betrayal had nearly broken me, but in rebuilding my life, I discovered just how strong I really was. Have you ever had to rebuild your life after betrayal? Like and subscribe for more stories of justice and redemption.